and as well as the Gushin. It's exactly has to be the same things. You want to deny it away from this, you know, it's just so strong. But remember, Emperor with his Kagura is still available. iOS can still pick up his Kaya. Same goes to Aura, the Lapu Lapu still available. All these big ticket heroes are still up for grabs. Let's see what Evos opts to go for here. Might want to take away the Lancelot because of I Am Jago, but I think they might want to just take away maybe a Minotaur here.
I mean, they can go with that, but then again, it's picking lesser threat. I mean,
your team is picking
the biggest threat first, and then you leave with the
Selena is
lesser
open.
threat here.
Selena is open. Lunox is open. They lock in the Selena. RRQ thinks that is the main priority. Now Martis Minotaur, is this the lock in? No, it's going to be the Lunox because it's available. Standard pick so far, nothing out of the ordinary.
And Kaya being banned out is because the Indonesian teams really know how to utilize him, so that is actually a big threat for them. But perhaps to the Malaysian and the Singaporeans, they just let Kaya out and instead ban out. So you have to understand how the game evolves. It depends on the different nationalities.
Yeah, different nationalities, different meta. But that means since they locked in the Lunox and the Martis, they left open Martis. Sorry, they left under the Minotaur. So it's going to be the double tank lock-in, Minotaur and the Lolita.
And then Evos right there. They are trying to figure out the chemistry, the calculation. How are they going to respond?
They're going to pick up, I think they're going to pick up the Lapu Lapu together with the Claude here. That would make a lot of sense. But they need some tanks. They need some frontline damage. Kaya bans out. They're going for the Lancelot and the Akaya.
I was about to say that. Okay,
it's all fine. That means the last pick, they're leaving it flexible, right? They can either go for something like a Lapu Lapu, or they can go for a Marksman for just a little bit as well.
Now, it will be RQ's turn. They can go in with the Marksman instead. They have a lot of choices. They can go with Hanabi, they can go with Cloud, they can go with Carry. But at the same time, they still need a little bit of magic damage.
They definitely want Claw here.
So they try to get a mage.
Tuturu will go for the Claw. I disagree with you. I don't think they want magic damage. They want to take the Lapu Lapu instead. Exactly. You do two things. You deny it away from Aura, who has played so well of it. And you have a good full-up stun. Instead, no, they're not going for the Claw, they're going for the Carry, but it does the same thing. That's your Marksman now. What will Evos secure it on for? They might want to go for the Marksman, they might just want to go for a Fighter. I personally think that they might want to go for Claude. They have to go for the Marksman. I think Marksman versus Marksman is the way to go, but then no, they're going to prove us wrong as they will lock down onto Johnson. Wow. And this is fun. First Johnson in MBC by the Indonesian squads anywhere. So they're changing up their strat, changing up their styles. Let's see whether they can utilize this pick, you know, as well as Fredo did in that second game against RRQ. They saw that, hey, you know, RRQ lost to Johnson, maybe we can utilize ourselves. But with that being said, they need to end this game ASAP because Tuturu has that carry in his hands. So Evos is always on a timer. Yes, indeed. The late game entry will be beneficial for Team RRQ, while Evos have to secure the deal into the early and mid game. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the part where we have to face predictions. So what, honestly, I think RRQ's lineup is very, very solid. With the Lolita together with the Minotaur, they bring a lot of tankiness into the lineup as well as the utility. Numenor Blast, Miriam Fury is way too strong, and Selena, you know she's a threat. And unfortunately, Lunox is... she's a strong pick, but not working out so far in this tournament. So I'm going RRQ. Viva RRQ all the way. And RRQ has the lineup that we have always wanted to find the balance in it. The hero composition is great. And of course, Tuturu with the carry. What could go wrong? Nothing could go wrong with him. And in fact, his carry could be well farmed once we hit mid-game. So I'm going to go in RRQ as well. Well, let's go. Let's see whether our predictions come true, because this is game 1 of the El Clasico. Everything is on the line. RRQ, Evos, please, your predictions. Let's see who is going to bring it home. RRQ will be on the blue side and Evos will be on the red side. Oh, early damage there coming out from Masha with the deadly pincer. But I think they're not going to go on too much here. Not so early. I think getting the levels as we did predicted before. At the same time, the turtle will spawn at the bottom side. They are just going to converge with one another, trying to get the jungle bounce. Again, for those who are unfamiliar with the recent patches, the jungle creeps get a little bit more tougher. The XP is lesser as well, but that is still very crucial for teams to get the early levels. Yeah, I mean, iOS is there trying to just clear out the minion waves. The Reaper buff. They're going to give it over to Emperor, so nothing much is being lost. both teams basically mimicking each other in this early stage. Meanwhile, Asho Aura is dead, but Lolita is really tanky. Does put the Gurren's Roll, and there is the stun. They want to go for this fight, but the Thorn goes right into the hearts of Lolita. Then the Helpa just goes down. They overestimated their abilities to go for that River Crab. They tried to go for a steal, but they lost instead. But now they're going for a dive. Lemon, you're all in trouble. The Asho Aura is there, but Masha is taking on a turn. Do they get away? They do survive the dive. Evos starting strong.
And that 3-man was so perfect onto the bottom lane, able to secure not only 1 but 2 kills. And we did talk about before that Selena isn't strong when going solo, so she isn't at the best place, especially when she's alone.
Wow! Alright, and she stole away the Giant Mouth Beast. That is a big steal. And Evos, everything is going their way at the moment.
Matt, just call 991.
Turtle resurrecting
That's
soon.
robbery we're in here.
So they did get that steal. Nothing much is happening. That's about it, right? You can see their early lead. Evos already out to 1,000 gold in these early stages. But that's about it. Oh, and everyone is happy to just sit back and farm. And that's exactly what they are doing. And see RRQ, they are splitting up. Oh, the Abyssal Arrow just gonna whiff a little bit there by Lemon.
Oh, rapid touchdown.
Rapid touchdown. They're gonna try to fight. They go on to Liam. Liam is level 4. He does figure away. Now they're going on to Turtle. RRQ though, not going down without a fight. There goes Liam. He does have range, but where's the Minion Fury? He's going only on to Basha, not the target they're looking for. Turtle will go over to RRQ. Tuturu does pick it out. Now the Abyssal Arrow will land onto Basha, but looks like Amput will pay for his well. Lemon tried to assassinate his Johnson, but he's just way too tanky. He might pay for it with his own life. There goes the Decimate, there goes the kill. Evos, they did lose out on the Turtle, but they get 2 kills in return.
That was a little bit of misplaced coming from RQ.
There goes the Chaos Assault. One more attack. Nope, the Cosmic Vision doesn't land. They do not get the kill, but they did get enough. Now they have that lead still. 1,000 go into their name.
RQ should at least take the turtle and back away and try to reset for a better fight. Instead, they continue on pushing their resources. Unfortunately, a little bit of overcommitment is not enough. Meanwhile, 1-on-1 right here.
Just No Limit did even get the Reaper buff. Everything is going right for Evos. RRQ losing the first turret again. The bottom turret is down. Now Masha coming in one more time. He wants to go for the flank. He's going for one. The wraparound doesn't land onto it. There goes the Daily Pizza though. It will land. Now Chaos Assault is there, but the Guardian's Bulwark does come in. So he does block out all the damages. The Machine Gun Mage on the side of Emperor will not do enough damage, and they won't just back up. So far, this game is still close, with Evos having a slight lead.
But then it will turn around things. RRQ, meanwhile, they're gonna harass down Marsha, but again, very tanky. Nothing too serious. At the top lane, however, Arkai going up against Lapu Lapu and of course Carry. A lot of heroes right there will be converging around the river area, trying to hide, trying to start a war which could benefit either one side.
Yep, but both teams are just happy to stay away for now. Masha waiting for his ultimate to go off cooldown. And to remember, they have to Turu on the side on this carry, so they want him to farm. Finally, Rapid Touchdown comes in, but they do not get the angle. Ooh, a little bit of a questionable driving skills from Masha, but Liam now sees the opportunity. He does have the Minion Fury available if he wants to go for it. Now, there goes the Chieftain Rage, tags onto iOS, but there is the Luminal Blast over the wall, lands on the 2 members. There goes the Flicker, there goes the dive, and RRQ bites back. They get 2 kills in return. Oh, but not Abyssal Arrow lands on the Emperor. Will they go for the dive? They will. The Guarantine doing so much damage. Lemon just coming in clutch for RRQ.
Anpun still surviving.
I am Jago.
Jago.
He's not done with it, and the Abyssal Arrow will not land, but he's gonna do it in solo. Aura forced to run away. He will be able to back up, but RRQ is firmly back into this game.
Firmly back with that nice pick-off, and indeed a great calculated move coming in for RRQ. And Evos, look at this, just no limit to the Martyrs. He wants to start something, but that is not enough. There's no follow-up, and he has to be careful as well.
Just no limit.
He has to be careful.
Gets stunned up by the Minion Brawl, but Rapid Touchdown comes in. Where's the stun? There it is, but do they have enough damage? Of course they do. With the Lancelot, the Martyrs with the Decimate will get that kill. Evos comes in with a 5-4 kill lead, and now they are gonna push down this top turret.
I mean, if RRQ, I am Jago was there in a position, that would be a very good concentration coming in for the team.
Masha is here though. They want to cut off RRQ's reinforcement. They want to do damage to the turret, but the Luminal Blast is there, but he does get stunned up. Oh wow, he actually went to the other side because of the Asho Aura. Pretty cool. I did not know about that. but they do stop the push. Evos has to back out.
Evos has to back out and trying to go for this turtle. The Abyssal Arrow does hit onto Lancelot. And then again,
Turtle is very low. Numenor Blast is off cooldown. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Evos. They do have the Retribution. And I think RQ is just gonna back out. No, they're not. Where's the Berserker? It lands on the just no limit. And there goes the Chieftain range. The blade into the land. They get the stun, the follow-up as well. They will get another free kill and RQ. But the cross-map to Turu forced to use the flicker. The Cosmic Vision will not land. So the slow will not be applied to Turu. Will stay alive.
Will stay alive. RRQ are back on the track. With those kills, look at the goal swing initially in a disadvantage, and now they have 1000 gold lead. Unput picking up the dominant eyes, increasing the armor and of course magic resistance. At the same time, Evos losing map control in terms of the turret. Still early in the game.
There goes the Abyssal Arrow. It lands, but it's onto Arkai. It's not what you want. They're trying to back up one more time. The Abyssal Arrow lands one more time. But finally, here comes the Johnson. This could be the wraparound. And Asha Aura, the Decimate gets 1 kill. He wants more. Just a limit. Looking at the health bars. Looking at the Decimate. Looking at the execution. They get another one. And now, I Am Jackal gets decimated up. They will get the stun. And Evos turning things around. But Osha is there. Tuturu doing what he can. But it's still a little bit too early. He doesn't have the damage. The speedy light will. He tries to proc the passive, but it's not enough. Where is the stun? There it is. The daily piece of worst stopping stuff. And the Emperor, he does pop the darkness, the chaos itself, the spam of the spell, the machine gun mage comes in clutch. They will kill off Tuturu, and now Evos will push down this middle turret.
What was that fight all about? Two teams playing the tug of war, not even just showing the resilience coming in, and now Evos are back on the track. So it's like basically having two cars racing against one another. And speaking of cars, Marsha with the rapid touchdown will land onto that Lolita.
And Lolita will go down. They take another one. The Johnson pick working out phenomenally for Evos Indonesia. They are taking kills. They are taking pickoffs left, right, and center here.
You can see the level differences between both teams. Very, very equal. Very skillful players. It comes down to the execution and who does the less mistakes.
Yep, the goal lead is with Evos, but this game is by no means is over yet. To really, really close. Aura is there. He will face check into the Minotaur. Unfortunately, Abyssal Arrow did not land. They will not get that fight. And things do just calm down for one
with the endless battle onto the carry, increasing the damage, of course, the critical hits onto this particular marksman. The rest of the members of Team Evos, they're trying to converge, they're trying to hover down there a little bit close onto that Abyssal Arrow as well. The rest of the members of Evos will fall back, will reset, and find another opportunity to fight back.
Yep, and Liam gonna charge up the Minion Fury, gets the rage. He will have the ultimate Abyssal Arrow, looking for more targets, looking for more pickoffs. But at the moment, Evos playing with heart. They know about the dodges, they're not getting chunked up just yet.
Oh my goodness. And the Lord has already respawned. The problem is they're still trying to find opening. It looks like Liam's going to tease the Lord a bit, but nah, he's not going to go in without his remaining members. And it's meantime, top lane. You got to see the top lane here.
Top side, but look at that. The Johnson is coming to the bottom side as well. I Am Jago does use the brave stand, trying to dash away, but the Arkai is there. Thunder, there goes the Hurricane Dance. You lock him up. Meanwhile, it's falling. RQ is losing everything across the map. The Abyssal Arrow doesn't land. Masha with the body block clutch, making sure Emperor can chase down for this kill. He pops the darkness.
Apa sih?
Lightning Trunkian, dan saya pasti concentrated energy untuk item seterusnya. Sekarang Marsha bersama Emperor, satu combo yang menarik. Ayam Jago telah dijumpai di sini. Jazz No Limit akan cuba bunuh Ayam Jago. Ayam Jago dikeprek di situ, dibunuh saja dengan sangat-sangat mudah. Liam sekarang cuba untuk pertahankan diri. Emperor berjaya menahan stun di situ. Marsha, Emperor cuba ke hadapan, cuba untuk mencari Liam. Emperor sekarang bagian tepi. Stun, dia berjaya flicker, dan Emperor berjaya mengelak, dan Lemon akan mati di sini kerana wow, Emperor dia mengelak stun tersebut sangat-sangat baik. Emperor menunjukkan mengapa dia juga adalah raja.
Ya, unreal reaction yang dikeluarkan daripada Evos merupakan Friko untuk melarikan diri daripada stun itu. Ampun Om cuba sedaya upaya untuk mencurikan lot ini, tapi tidak boleh.
Marsha nampaknya accident sekali lagi dan terus Ampun Om dibunuh. Ayam jago cuba untuk membelah kereta tersebut tapi tidak mampu. Evos sekarang sudah banyak perbezaan gol, sudah pun 7,000. Lot sekarang akan keluar. Tuturu tidak cukup masa untuk mendapatkan farm.
Ya, dan juga sekali lagi lot akan keluar di kawasan atas. Boleh saja Evos membuatkan escort atau membuatkan split push dengan Lancelot ada di, dan juga bukan sekali Lancelot yang ada Lunox juga ada dalam tim ni. Dia tidak perlu risau lagi untuk menghabiskan game di bawah minit 20. Boleh saja ikut semua peluang yang ada, membunuhkan tanker-tanker yang tak rasa macam tank pun daripada RRQ.
Ya, Blade of Despair telah disiapkan oleh Lancelot digabungkan dengan Endless Battle. Courage Bulwark baru disiapkan oleh EOS. Semakin lama kita dapat lihat Evos akan cuba untuk menutup game ini sekarang.
Evos sekarang lot nak sampai ke tower tetapi membuatkan split
Tan terkena pada Jeff No Limit mencari Tan tetapi immune tepat pada masanya. Marsha masuk ke hadapan mencari Ampun Om tetapi Marsha keseorangan. Mereka fokus untuk bunuh turret terlebih dahulu. Tiada turret, tiada Courage Bulwark. Lemon sekarang cuba untuk mencarikan ping tapi EOS berjaya menolak Lemon ke belakang. Ampun Om telah pun mati. Ayam jago cuba menghayal padanya, cuba untuk membunuh pemain-pemain oleh Evos tapi Ayam jago tidak cukup damage. Tuturu dan juga Lemon. Ayam jago tidak mampu untuk mempertahankan turret mereka. Emperor ke hadapan. Emperor membaling dan kening tanpa henti dan damage yang sangat tinggi dikeluarkan. Emperor masih lagi bertahan. Kita dapat lihat dua orang tank daripada pasukan RRQ mati. Jadi pasukan daripada RRQ bermain dengan sangat berhati-hati.
Ya, sama juga dengan Evos tidak ingin overextend di kawasan bawah dan tidak ingin overextend di mid dan di top side. Bagus untuk mereka kembali dan regen semula. Nyawa terlalu rendah untuk masuk ke dalam team fight. Yang hidup adalah Tuturu, yang hidup adalah Ayam Jago. Kesemua ini boleh memecahkan composition daripada Evos, and Evos sekarang meresetkan kembali team fight. Tadi adalah initiation yang bagus dimulakan, tapi Marsha tak nak berhenti bergaduh. Dia masuk balik, fokus kepada
dapat cari Tuturu tapi Tuturu berjaya melarikan diri. Jason Limit mencari Tuturu. Jason Limit cuba untuk Tuturu tetapi Tuturu nampaknya tidak cukup damage. Tuturu nampaknya dia akan mati di sini. Jason Limit berjaya melarikan diri. No Limit berjaya membuatkan satu shot call yang baik. Marsha berjaya melakukan Tuturu, berjaya membunuh Tuturu dan mungkinkah ini game yang terakhir. Game ini tidak mampu dimenangi oleh RRQ. Dia menarik minion ke belakang. Lemon tim membalik start tetapi tidak mengenai sesiapa. Liam pula mati di situ. Kerbau itu juga telah kecundang. Aura sekarang masuk ke hadapan, cuba untuk bunuh Lemon dan sekali lagi Marsha berjaya melakukan Lemon. Lemon pun akan mati sini tetapi tidak cukup damage. Tetapi ini adalah game yang pertama. Evos mengaum. Auga kata Evos.
Ya, saya tak jerit macam tu, takut korang pekak. Tapi tanya untuk Evos mendapatkan game yang pertama dimainkan dengan cukup laju sekali. Combo yang dikeluarkan di antara kesemua orang. Marsha membuat kerjanya. Just No Limit menghalangkan daripada Ayam Jago untuk membuat apa-apa dan juga Tuturu untuk buat apa-apa di dalam game. Daripada pertengahan game sampai ke hujung mendapatkan semua objektif, mendapatkan semua farm dan membunuhkan ahli-ahli daripada